Hey guys, by Austin Ramos, and today we're talking about the Miami Dolphins traveling across the pond and going to face the Jacksonville Jaguars in London, England. This is their Week 6 matchup, and they are playing in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, England at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it is, how do we say this? Not the most interesting matchup. Jacksonville Jaguars are 0-5. Miami Dolphins are 1-4. And that being said, Dolphins are not far off from being a winless team, just like the Jacksonville Jaguars. So just have not looked good ever since Week 1. And even in Week 1, we didn't look the best. But when you get a win, you can kind of put a lot of those things aside, but there's a lot of underlying issues. Real quick, let's get into some injuries. We have Jacoby Brissett, quarterback, Preston Williams, wide receiver, Adam Shaheen, tight end, and Tua Tagovailoa, all listed quarterback as questionable. And Xavier Howard, quarterback, and who else was it? Devontae Parker, wide receiver, are both out for the Miami Dolphins. Now for the Jacksonville Jaguars, or we could call them the London Jaguars. At this point, they play so many games there. Still do the Dolphins, though. Can't say much. Center Brandon Linder is on injured reserve. Miles Jack, linebacker, and Rashad Coward are both defensive tackle, are both out. And then Tyson Campbell, cornerback, and Roy Robertson Harris, defensive end, are both questionable for the Jaguars. This is not the most entertaining matchup, I will admit to you guys. But we're getting close to game time. I'm recording this as of Saturday. And if those of you guys who are wondering what happened to the Game Picks video this week, we filmed it on Thursday, right before the game, and technical error, did not have audio. But I'll go more over that in the next video, which is going to come out later today, of just me going over the game picks. But back to the Dolphins. If the Dolphins lose this game, all hope is lost for this season, honestly, because you lose to a winless team. On top of that, you bury yourself in a 1-5 hole. This team had playoff aspirations after coming so close last year and then getting blown out by the Buffalo Bills. But the state of the Dolphins right now is not a good place to be. You're in a position to probably not make the playoffs, and it's very sad because, like I said, went into the season with those aspirations, those hopes. A lot of the fans did, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the players did. They saw what we did last season, and they're like, man, let's build off of that and let's come back better. Same kind of things happen. You get blown out by the Buffalo Bills 35-0. Those are just embarrassing losses. You kind of get blown out by the Colts, and then you lose a big game against the Raiders. So those are some things that are very unfortunate. And then going into the Tampa game, you kind of knew that Dolphins weren't going to win that game, but they put up a decent fight until the fourth quarter, and then it just completely disappeared. So this is something that the Dolphins need to work on. So speaking of that, let's go to the keys of victory for the Miami Dolphins. Be consistent. Run, pass, stop the run, stop the pass. Whatever you want to do, just be consistent at what you do on the field. So just consistency across the board. Offense, defense, special teams. Now, specifically for the offense, if whoever's that quarterback, Tua or Jacoby Brissett, they need to protect him. Jacoby Brissett has been under a lot of pressure. Tua got injured. I wouldn't say it's the O-line's fault he got injured, but just the protection itself was the reason he got injured. He got lit up from the side. And then defensively, you don't have Xavier Howard, and a lot of players have not been playing up to, I wouldn't say standards, but you know what their expectation is, and that's with Xavier Howard, Byron Jones, Jerome Baker, a couple of other players. They need to step up, make bigger plays. Jerome Baker has been getting cooked. The entire season, he's just been getting broken ankle or missing his assignment, being late. Stuff I want to see better. So just do your job better. Aside from that, this Jaguars team has a rookie quarterback, number 1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence, and he hasn't had the best start to his NFL career. Obviously, not getting a win yet so far is part of that. But he's also turning over the ball a lot. If the Dolphins can't force turnovers against this Jacksonville Jaguars rookie quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, the Dolphins are going to be in for a long day because they're actually pretty competitive. in terms of, they can play with their opponent. They don't play down to their opponent. They don't play up to their opponent. They just kind of they meet them there. They haven't performed well enough to get a win, but they're not a horrible team. So the Dolphins can't get got here if they mess around. So I hope they don't. I hope the Dolphins can figure out their ways and get a win. I picked them to win this week in the NFL Game Picks videos, so you'll see that in a bit. Aside from that, I mean, it's just sometime that, the Dolphins need to find a way to turn around their season. And if Tua comes back and plays, which is hopeful because he's been at practice and stuff like that, it could be big for the Dolphins. But they got to go at their own pace, and they definitely can't, put anyone in a position to, one, get hurt again or fail. So hopefully the Dolphins can win. I'm really hoping for it. But if they do lose, it's going to be a long season, guys. So just prepare for that. So that's pretty much it for this game. Be consistent on all phases of the ball, protect the quarterback, and force turnovers. Those are keys to victory. Let's get that done. Get out of London with a win. I think we go into a bye week after this. I'll tell you right now. But no bye week for them until they play a while without going on a bye week. So that pretty much wraps up this week's video. Hope you guys enjoy it, and let me know what you think about the London series being back. I'm so happy about it because it's cool. It definitely expands the game of football. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out our NFL Game Picks video week 6. That will be uploaded shortly after this.